So let's do a little division. I want you to grab a calculator and punch this number sentence into that calculator. So we have 8, and I want to divide it by 0.5. You got that? Now, don't push equal sign. I want you to predict. Do you think our answer is going to be bigger or smaller than 8? Is it going to be greater or smaller than 8? Let's find out. Whoa. 8 divided by 0.5 equals 16. Does that surprise you? I mean, doesn't division give us a result that's smaller than what we started with? You got to ask yourself, I mean, is there something wrong with this calculator? Is it busted? Come on, what's wrong here? Well, let's take a look at this question carefully and see what's really happening. And let's start by thinking about what division is really asking us to do. How about we start with an easier question? All right, this one we've been able to do for a while now. We have 8 counters. This is what it means. It says, how many sets of 2 can I make out of those 8? How many? I can make 4. How many sets of 2 can I make out of 8? Now let's go for a moment back to this question here. This isn't saying how many sets of 2 can I make out of 8. It's saying how many sections of 0.5, 5/10, how many sections of a half can I make out of 8? Now that's a half. How many halves can I make out of 8? Can you see that? Well, I've made 2 here, another 2 here, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Look at this. How many sections of a half? How many halves can I make out of 8? I can make 16. Let's take another one. It says, how many 0.25? Now, you can think about this in terms of money. We know that 25 cents is the same as a quarter. That's one of those equivalent fractions that 25 hundredths is how we'd read that if we were reading this decimal as a fraction. 25 hundredths is equivalent to 1/4. So how many quarters can we make out of 12? Well, think about what we're asking again. How many quarters can we make out of 12? I've already cut this into half. Let's now cut it into quarters. I think you can see what's going to happen. Each one of these is going to hold 4 quarters. So out of this one, I can make 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. 12 divided by 0.25, 12 divided by 25 hundredths, 12 divided by 1/4 equals 48. Let's check it with our calculator. 12 divided by 0.25 equals 48. So does division always result in an answer that is smaller than what we started with? No. What division does is ask, how many groups can I make out of a number?